intimacy, passion, commitment, right? Those are the three things that make up basically the laws to love, or the love theory by Dr. Bernstein. Is it Bernstein? Sternberg. So y'all did do a little research.
Not Bernstein.
Like the Bernstein
The
Bears?
Bernstein Bears. I'm dead.
Dr. Burns.
I did like
Yeah.
them too.
So yeah, according to Dr. Sternberg, intimacy, commitment, and passion makes up all the different types of love. Like whatever type of form of love you want, a combination of those three is what makes that up. If you have all three, that is what they call consummate love or complete love. I think that's what we all want out of life, right? But you can have different types of love when you mix and match those three. So throughout this, we're going to be putting this graphic up on the screen, kind of showing what we're talking about. But, you know, if you listen to this through audio, just follow along. Imagine a triangle. At the top of the triangle, you have intimacy. On one end, you have passion. On the other end, you have commitment. So, yeah, let's break it down, man. I didn't know that this shit existed until the other day. Cam, you told me the
I
same
figured
thing.
something like that existed. I didn't think that it would be so many components.
Right.
But after, like, looking at it, it kind of makes sense.
Have you heard about this before today?
Yeah, like in school, there was definitely like a lesson on the psychologist.
Yeah, what school?
Okay.
Okay, college. We talking college.
College.
Okay. So I'm
right.
like, high school? Damn.
I majored in psychology, so that's why.
Okay, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you like playing with niggas' minds and shit. I feel like every girl who went to college at 18 years old for psychology, you
I
wanted
went
to pick a
school
nigga
for
brain.
psychology. I wanted to
That
be a
explains it all.
child psychiatrist.
That further.
I was not trying to play with people's heads.
Just to understand them.
I was just chilling.
You was
I
trying to
wanted
understand
I wanted to
what-
help children.
You probably wanted to pick niggas' brain from birth though. That's probably what it was. You probably wanted to see how niggas
You're
became how they
truly
is.
sick. There's no explanation for why y'all are the way y'all are. Like there's nothing I can do.
Okay. All right, man. So welcome to Terry Rosen Podcast. We back with another episode. We got a guest here today. You want to introduce yourself, young lady?
Sure. I'm Asia.
Asia.
Um,
Asia. That's what we're going to tell you.
I'm Asia, yeah, from Chicago.
And
Dancer. What else?
you ain't you like an ambassador for everybody? Like,
No. I'm in a collective for the Jordan brand, yes.
okay. So she team Jordan.
Yeah. And then I was on season 2 of Love is Blind.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So you got a shoe deal. You a TV star, right?
No.
You be too humble for me, man. I get a Jordan deal. They gonna know. Everybody gonna
everybody,
know.
yeah, for sure.
Everybody's gonna know.
Absolutely.
I'm still
All
trying
right.
to take it in, you know.
True.
You say you
I'm
gonna get the
pretty
Jordan
sure
tattoo?
That's some shit. Yeah.
I'm getting the
It's
Jordan
lit.
tattoo.
Been lit, yeah.
I'm getting Jordan tattoo on my throat. Nigga, like lifetime deal.
So you gonna get a nigga going like this
Yeah,
on your throat.
yeah.
You funny as hell.
Cam, I'm tired of your shit, man. All right, so
Valid.
let's talk about it. So intimacy, the intimacy part of it is just liking. It's just, and for me, it was very hard to separate intimacy from passion. I didn't really get what the difference was. So according to Sternberg, not Bernstein, Sternberg, intimacy is just the deep, a more of a deep connection with somebody. But passion is the lust of it. It sounds like, you know, what he was trying to.
Vice versa, right? No.
Nah, it's in the intimacy was more of just
Connectedness, bondedness.
yeah, just
Okay.
a bond.
Because I feel like, you know, I felt intimate with people that I haven't had sex with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just feel a bond with them, like a deeper connection.
And
Emotional.
they also say intimacy could be friendship.
Yeah.
It don't have to be a romantic thing.
yeah, I
Well,
can
now
see
when
that.
you mix the intimacy and passion, that's when we get one side of the triangle, which is romantic love, right?
Okay.
Because the passion is the lust that makes it sexual, that makes it emotional and
Physical
things like that.
attraction and shit.
And that's what kind of makes it. And I think that's like majority of the relationships I've ever been in is just those two, intimacy, you know, and passion. Because women cheat, so the commitment don't be there.
And that's the third component, right?
Yep.
The third component is commitment, and y'all don't understand that component.
What
So
about women
It's
cheat?
so ridiculous. Like I can't even respond anymore. Anyways,
so when y'all look at this chart, what would y'all say is that y'all are most familiar with in y'all dating experience? Like which types of love? So you got compassionate love, which is a a combination of intimacy and commitment. You know, so you have the bond, and then you choose to be committed to the person. You have romantic love, which is a combination of passion and intimacy. And then you have fatuous love, which is passion and commitment. So there's not a lot of intimacy. It's not a bond, a connection. It's more passion, lust, and we gonna be together. Sound like a short marriage to me.
From my experience, mostly romantic love, mostly intimacy and passion, lack of commitment. So, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I've experienced them all.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. How many relationships have you been in?
How many?
Yeah. In your adult life, we're not gonna count the young ones.
So not like college, after college.
College
do we count college?
Counts. I mean, how long were y'all together?
Like 2 years.
Definitely counts.
Freshman, sophomore year?
Sophomore and junior.
Yeah, you pushing the line on that one.
That kind of counts.
You pushing the line on that one.
It was like my first.
Yeah, real. Yep, and the
you
real
know.
one. Yeah.
I feel like them relationships don't be real because y'all ain't got no money yet. Well, maybe I did have some money. I ain't had no money in college. I ain't had no money.
I had a little money.
I feel like my first real relationship was when we had to really go places and take trips, and like it was like, okay, this is different.
Oh, yeah,
I'm grown.
I still haven't been on a vacation.
Really?
What's your man?
I'm single.
Well, I mean,
But
like,
for the men that I
period.
have had, like, nah.
You've
like,
never been on vacation?
No.
Dang, Cam.
I went
You
on
might ain't got the
vacation.
juice box.
I probably don't. Shit.
It was bad.
You probably don't
Your
got the juice
vacation was
box?
bad? Right.
Really?
Yeah, the one experience that I had, like when I had this nigga come meet me in Miami, oh my God, it was the worst experience of my life.
Why was it so bad?
Because he's fucking narcissistic.
Oh, so y'all didn't have the
bad.
intimacy. Y'all was
Like,
missing
I
the
went-
intimacy component of the chart.
I guess, like, I don't know. He was crazy.
Mine was in Miami too.
Oh.
I found out he was cheating on me.
Oh my God.
In Miami?
In Miami too. And that I found out before I went to Miami with my girls, and that's why he came out there. And then when he came out there, it was a shit show.
Oh, we went out there together. We had a whole agenda.
And how did you find out he was cheating?
We went to like this club, and then like he got super drunk and was like throwing up and shit. So then my phone died, so I had to use his phone so we can get back to the hotel. And then when I had to use his phone, I just saw everything.
So he went through his phone while he was drunk. That's what it sounds like to me. Let's sum this up
I
with.
didn't go through it. Like it was just all there.
It was all there. Like, how was it?
It was right there. Like she was going to
It
Uber
was all there.
to get the Uber.
And all the text messages was in the
it
Uber
was
app.
right there.
Right.
Yeah. Like she saw he was Ubering the bitches' houses. So she said, I'm gonna go to the text messages.
Right.
That sounds valid to me.
It's valid.
Very
I mean,
valid.
I'm just saying. Everybody go through phones. We've all done it, right?
Yeah, I won't do that shit again though. I don't know that.
I've only done it twice.
You've only done it twice. I think 2 times for me too, and that was all it took.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't do that shit again.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm talking about like my heart was beating so
Oh
fast.
my God. I was
Going through the phone?
sweating. Yes.
Like my
Man.
fingers was like
I didn't think that I
shaking.
could find out any more. And then there was more. It was just like,
What did y'all see? Videos, pictures? What did y'all see?
I was in a relationship for 2 years and I found out he had never been faithful.
The
Not
whole
from
2?
the very start.
I'm
Not
so
for
sorry.
1 second.
I'm
yo.
not sorry.
Like I didn't have to be in a relationship. Like
Right.
Sorry.
You was in a
It is
relationship
what
with
it
yourself,
is.
pretty much.
yeah, basically. Like I
Yeah.
was loyal and everything. Like it was really wild. It's terrible. But
And what did you see? You saw some videos?
No.
Just
okay,
text?
the one in Miami, it was just like girls.
Oh, you went through a lot of phones.
No, it was only
said
2.
twice.
Oh, my bad.
The
Go ahead.
first one, it was just like all types of girls, and then the second one, like I actually didn't find shit. Like
Okay.
he was like, I was like very surprised.
And you stayed with him. You're still with him. Oh, nice. That's what's
I
up.
love that. I love that.
Yeah, I love when relationships work. We like that. We like that. All right, that's what's up. All right, so just going through it. So empty love, that's just commitment with nothing else. No passion, no intimacy. It's just a commitment. Y'all just together. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like the end of a relationship with 2 people who are used to one another.
Yeah, it sounds like
Don't wanna
marriage.
break
Sounds
up.
like they're just complacent.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Comfortable.
we not fucking. I don't really love you like that, but like I can't leave you. Like
Yeah.
it sucks.
Then you have passion alone, which is just infatuation. Which I feel like that's how
I don't think
love
I've
starts.
I can't say I've experienced that.
Just passion, no commitment, no intimacy.
Mm-mm.
Like I think that men experience that. That sounds like a men thing to me.
Yeah, definitely.
Because for me, that's why all the situation starts with passion and then kind of grows. The intimacy comes after, and then the commitment comes. You know.
Yeah, I've never been infatuated with somebody like, oh my god, like. I'm not saying I wouldn't want to though. That seemed lit. Seemed a little crazy.
You ever been infatuated with a dude before?
I don't know. I might have.
Yeah, like infatuated. Yeah. Like,
well, just like super attracted. Like, damn, like you fine as hell.
And did y'all date each other, or this was a guy that you wasn't dating?
Like, he was my boyfriend, or like we was like going out and like in public.
Yeah, I'm just saying you might be infatuated with a dude you just saw on Instagram. So.
Oh no, we was like, it was like a situation, like a
not a relationship.
No,
just a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
And why didn't it work? Was y'all missing some of these other components like intimacy or something like that?
Yeah, it wasn't. I want to say it was just more so like a friends with benefits thing. But we were still really cool to where we could like have deep conversations and like, you know.
Oh, so y'all had like that intimacy, but it was just like no commitment.
It just never got to anywhere.
Yeah. Got you. That sound lit. Sound like a good summer.
It did. No, y'all can still be cool, still talk.
And then of course when you have all three of these things together, the intimacy, the passion, and love, it's called consummate love.
Yeah.
So the surprising thing when I researched this was that the philosopher or the psychologist who came up with this said that it doesn't last.
Really?
Like he said that this love doesn't really. It's not something that people. He said it's very hard to get there, and it's way harder to maintain.
Yes, I can understand why that would be like something that doesn't last because people are expecting it to be one way and are quick to give up when it's not that way. But like he said, like it takes a lot to get there, and then it's even harder to stay there. So a lot of people get there and be like, oh my God, finally, like, oh, my fairy tale. Right. And that shit is hard work. And they be like, oh, hell no, this is not what I expected. I could have just kept doing that. Like, stay down there on the scale or over there with no commitment and just passion and intimacy. Like, no. So I
guess you get there and then you lose like one of the components like along the way.
Or something, right? And then you have to build that back up. Like, you have to work to build that back up. And some people be like, I'm not doing that.
That's tough, man. That's tough to get to a peak in your relationship and then it not be there anymore and stay in the relationship. Because it's like, for me, it's like, I don't really want it if it ain't as lit as it was. Yeah, if like then I'm cool.
Yeah, like now that we peak, but I'm like, oh, okay, like this, what have we been waiting to get to? But something off.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe that's where the values come in at to say like, this person is making my life easier. So maybe it's just the things that come with that person that's outside of the romance that makes it like worth staying. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that. I mean, I can see that. Like, it could be plenty of other shit besides that. I guess that's how people end up in the empty love, kind of. Yeah. Like, there's other stuff and other components that make a person be like...
But should we stay there, though?
Okay, you know, I don't know. I guess it's circumstantial, like, situational. Like, it depends on how that works for those people. Like, some people would be fine being 60, 70 in their marriage and they're not intimate anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Or some people might be like... okay, like...
Where you going at 60?
The bond has run out, but I do love you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. And they stay. Like, but I mean, shit, don't talk about where you going at 60. Ugh, people do it every day.
Y'all bailing out at 60?
It depends on what the bailout is.
You stand down at 60?
Yeah.
Oh, man. It depends on what it is.
No matter what happened, you stand down, you with it?
We supposed to, ain't we?
It depends on what happened, girl, because I'm not going to lie, 60 or 72. Like, if I got to get the fuck up out of there, I'm out.
Damn. That's tough, Cam.
Even if you've been together for like 20
yes.
years.
Like, I'm one of them people, like, I could be with my husband for 20 years. I found out he cheated 10 years ago.
That's
we going to have a problem.
Wild.
No,
we going to have a problem.
Agree.
So if you find out a guy cheated and it's way later...
What? I found out you cheated and I'm untrustworthy. I trusted you for 20 years. And I just found out that you cheated 10 years ago.
Man.
We got something to talk about.
Yeah. That's
I'm not no rat of that bitch. Like I done died 1,000 times already.
We see.
I'm just gonna rat the fuck out.
All right, so
that's it. None of that. No more.
I don't know, man. Tell me about a time where y'all, you know what I'm saying, experience some of these things on this chart, though.
I mean, looking at the chart, like I said, I don't truly believe that I've ever experienced consummate love. I've gotten to the point like where I feel like a relationship did peak, but then shit, like you said, like it's hard to maintain, so it just doesn't. It just ends. I mean, I've liked plenty of people. Like it's just, like I said, it's just intimacy. Companionate. Okay, I've been in some committed relationships until they weren't committed anymore. A romantic love, like I said, that's been mostly my experience. Empty love, I've never experienced that. I've never been committed to something that didn't come. Right. Like at least intimacy. Like even if it's not passion, at least intimacy. Infatuation, never. And fascist love, no, not that I can put my finger on. No.
So for Cam, for you, what do you feel like it would? How do you feel like moving forward you could use this chart to get to this consummate love level? Now that you know this information, that this is what it takes.
It's not really me that's the problem. It's these niggas that can't be faithful. Like, I don't know. Like, the only thing that's missing is commitment. I'm faithful. Like,
why are they not faithful to you?
I don't know. Like, I'm finna text all of them right now.
You finna put them all in the group chat?
I'm finna put them all in the group chat and ask, why did all y'all cheat?
Can you screenshot?
Yes.
Okay. Do they know each other?
No.
They might have to link up after that.
I'm gonna be like, yo, why y'all cheat on me?
They gon' bond. It's not plug. They gon' bond up. Like, damn, I cheated on her for that reason too, bro.
That's fine.
It'll be like a male bonding moment.
Then I want them to bond on why y'all still be on my line. Ask each other that.
Why do you still allow them to be on your line?
I mean, I don't.
That might be why niggas ain't faithful to you.
I don't respond
because other niggas got access. I just figured out your problem.
Damn, maybe that's true. I have nothing against. I'm with you when you right. Like,
I take tips. Just saying.
No, I got a tip for your ass. All right.
I don't like how that sounds. Pause.
But now, in reality though, like I'm just I'm one of them people that I don't know. I don't have too many people that I ended up on terrible terms with. So like, we just be cool. Like I got one relationship where it's like if I seen that nigga, I would smack the shit out of him.
That's the Miami
just
guy?
One. No, it's not even him.
Cool. Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like. So it's just like, I don't know. I always been like able to maintain a solid like balance. Now I wouldn't even call it a friendship. Like we don't talk on a regular. Right. Like we don't have no issues.
I get that.
Seen them. Well, yeah, what's up? Like,
burn no bridges. I feel it. Yeah. Asia, what you thinking over there? Which one of these categories do your love life usually tend to fall into? Tend to lean towards?
She in consummate right now, nigga. Like,
it ain't gonna last. Don't worry about it.
Wow.
That's what the professor said.
You see how niggas
That's what the professor said. He said that.
You wow.
I'm just going off what
on y'all downfall. That's what you call that.
The study showed. I'm just going off the studies. I'm not. It's nothing personal. Shout out to bro, but enjoy it.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
I feel like I've definitely had like passion, intimacy. Like I've had really good bonds with people, but the commitment one there, mostly because like I don't really give people a chance. You know what
you mean? Give them a chance to do what?
To like take it to something.
Oh, you don't stick around long enough
because I be you know trying to protect myself. So like
that's relatable. Yeah. That's relatable.
So you saying you meet guys
I do
you
be
like
getting the fuck up out of there.
Yeah.
So if you like a dude too much too fast, would you like distance yourself?
Get the fuck. Yep. Ooh, child.
So is it fair to say you end up dating a guy? And of course, in this relationship, this is like perfect. This is a perfect situation. But before this guy, is it fair to say that you end up dating the guys that you like a little bit less?
No. I feel like I end up dating a guy, like actually getting a relationship with a guy that I typically wouldn't go for.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's what I just said.
That you like a little less than you. But I mean, they say that's how it's supposed to be, though. I typically
opposites attract.
Have been in relationships with niggas that I like too much, and that's why the fuck it didn't work.
Well, hers not working either. So it's like
her relationship is working.
No, not the current one. The current one is perfect. We know this already.
Oh, you saying because you went for somebody that really wasn't your speed. They say we're not supposed to do that, though.
My last relationship,
we not supposed to do what?
No. I really I pursued him.
Really?
Yeah. But that was like the first guy I ever did that,
I should have
never did that shit.
I do feel like I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was just my first time sliding somebody DM.
I feel like I gotta like the girl more than she like me for it to work. If she like me more than I like her,
that's how it's supposed to be. That's too much. Like that's like whoa, shorty. Like whoa.
No, I agree.
Like whoa.
It's not even that it's too much. It's that like we said on the women shooting the shot thing. It's just like men. I think I ain't gonna say all men, but a lot of men are just wired to be kind of like hunters. So it's kind of like there's no challenge, so there's no interest. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of dies down.
That's
like,
valid.
I want to own him though.
No, we're not saying you. We're not saying you. No, he's just saying general shit. Like when women, like, you know, you want to, I don't know. I want the nigga to like me more. Personally.
Yeah, no, they
like,
should.
Nigga,
my daddy always told me that.
Period. Mine too. Like, don't.
Shout out to women with their daddy in their life.
Tell that nigga you like him when he tell you he love you. I like you too. I really like you.
I've never dated a girl that had a dad.
Wow.
That's probably why my situation don't be working out. I'll be attracting all the broken shit.
Well, we just figured out your problem.
I figured out my problem.
Okay. Damn, I don't get no credit on this bitch.
Nah, but
how about you though? Come on,
Right.
you all in our motherfucking business. What about your situations?
I think I've been through it all, man. I think majority of them fall into passion and intimacy. I've had one relationship, which was my first relationship, that I always refer to when I say I was a great guy back in the day when I was like 19. I think that we had the consummate thing going on. I think it started off with a lack of passion though, which is the first time I ever did. That's how you know I was a great guy, because I was in a situation with intimacy and commitment and no fucking passion.
So y'all wasn't sexual.
We stopped for a minute because it was trash.
Oh wow.
So y'all wasn't compatible sexually.
No, we met and I think she made me wait like 2 years to hit, and I waited. I was fucking other girls, but we went in a relationship though. We went in a relationship for the 2 years. We just met each other and we was like really close. We had this tight bond. This chick I had to marry to go to school and shit.
Facts.
So we met. We had this tight bond, and we liked each other a lot, obviously. But she was fresh out of some super long term shit at a young age, and we met, and then it was just decent. We dated. We liked each other. At some point, we got into a relationship. Let's say a year in, we got into a relationship. So I probably waited a year to have sex, right? We had sex, and she just was an overly reserved person. Like, she didn't want to, and she had a nice body and everything. She just was like, I only been naked in front of one nigga before. I only fucked one dude. So it was like, but the sex was trash because she was just used to having sex that one way. And I was trying to, like, I was like pound king back then. I didn't know how to, like, make love and shit. So, like, you know, so it was so bad. Like, and when I say it was bad, it was like neither one of us liked it. Like, we both was like, nah, this shit ain't it. But we liked each other. So we was like, let's just like focus on other things. Let's just like kick it and focus on other things, get to know each other better. And we could just not have sex for a while. And we didn't have sex for like 2 months. And then we started back. It got better. She kind of communicated more what she was looking for, what she wanted. I did the shit. It got better. Now, about 2-3 years in, best sex ever.
Of course, by now.
Squirting,
like,
everything.
Yeah, because by now you done learned my body. Lit. You know everything inside. Now, like, we're good.
Yeah. We figured some shit out.
Yeah, now it's consummate.
So I do feel like, exactly, that's what made it consummate. So I do feel like, you know, I don't know, it just get greater later. I think sexual chemistry comes with time, because it's one thing, because I know a lot of girls say shit like, if a dude hit it once and it's whack, I might give him a second chance. But in that situation, we wanted to be together, and we figured it out. Like, we figured it out, and it was dope.
That's valid.
So why didn't y'all work?
Because my life was weird in the sense that I had to be grown young. So I had like an apartment and all type of shit like that. I didn't go to college though. Like, I graduated, I didn't go to college till I was like 21, 22. Oh, yeah, no. But because I was living my life the way I was, I felt like I was grown. So when she got pregnant, I wanted to keep it. And we was like 20. But I had been independent for like 3 years. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hell nah, boy.
Nah, she was with it. And then she got an abortion without telling me. She came and told me after.
Oh.
So that was like, we getting at the end. I'm like, I'm finna go away to school. So I'll holler at you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all would probably still be together, all consummate and shit.
Yeah, I would have been a great guy too, because the first girl I ran into in college was a fucking savage. And here I am.
That girl be watching these shows.
What?
Like, Lord Jesus.
She know better not to watch these shows.
Why not?
I've been talking about her since episode 1 4 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. And she know that shit by now. And she know every episode, in some sense, you gonna mention how she was a fucking bop that made you a terrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Destroyed him. Like, whole lifestyle
He
change.
was there. I used to be. He walked in the crib one time. I was upside down on the couch listening to The Weeknd.
Crying?
I wasn't crying, but I listened to the Noise, House of Balloons.
What you do? What happened? I want to know the story.
Woo!
Is this not appropriate? Like, this is not what we talking about. I asked the questions around this motherfucker. It's a long story.
Okay.
So I say this, right? She was already hurt. So we met on my birthday in college, right? My first semester of college, my birthday was September 26th. We met, and so this other girl was fucking with my roommate, and she wanted to be at our house more. So she was trying to put me on one of her friends. So I'm like, oh, if you fuck with my friend and she come over, then I get to come over type shit. So super weird shit. So she's going through
college young shit.
But at the same time, the thing was, like, I'm 21, but I'm a freshman. So I'm hanging with everybody that's juniors and seniors. So it was just like a weird dynamic. But she's like scrolling through her friends, like, pick one who you want to talk to type shit. So I'm like, oh, I like her. Ooh. So I picked this young lady. And
this young lady.
basically, you know, she hit her up and was like, hey, you should come out. It's this nigga birthday, da-da-da. She like, oh, yeah, I seen that nigga a couple times. I kind of like the nigga, whatever. So we go out, we kick it, right? We kick it together probably every day after we met for like 2 weeks. Fall break is coming up. Fall break and Sweetest Day is falling on the same thing. So the ex that I was just talking about, that I went away to college on, that I was with for like 4 years before, she wanted to come down for Sweetest Day. We had already, low-key, before I met the girl, like, planned that she was going to come down for Sweetest Day before I met this other girl,
now
right?
She can't come.
No, she did come. So this was the thing. Me and the other girl was only 2 weeks in. My homies told me, like, you should lie and just be like, oh, you went home for the weekend, woo woo. And I'm like, I talk to Shorty every day, da-da-da. They always just like, just lie. And I'm like, bro, this is the good nigga in me back then. I'm like, bro, I'm not finna lie about this shit. Like, I'm just finna tell her, like, hey, this the situation. How do you feel about this, da-da-da. So I told her, like, hey, you know, I got the girl that I used to date, you know what I'm saying? She coming down here. I had already planned it. I don't know how you feel about it, but she gonna come down. She gonna stay with me for the weekend, da-da-da. So she like, cool, it is what it is. She left it at that, right? So the girl come down, we kick it. The girl leave. Me and her get right back on the same page. We dating, right? Like, me and the other chick, we right back, cool. We on the same page. Now, I stopped dating the girl from the crib. Like, that was like our last weekend, like our last rendezvous type shit. So now I'm dating this other chick. Everything cool. When the break come, she go to the crib and she post a picture. I'm at the crib chilling. Like, I'm chilling. My phone get the blowing up. Niggas calling me back to back. They like, you seen her Instagram page? Da, 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 da. I almost said her name. And basically, she posted a picture on a date with a nigga. Like, posted a picture. We never even posted each other before. She posted a picture on a date with a nigga.
She posted the nigga?
The nigga. Like, her and the nigga at dinner. Like, together. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? So she like, well, you know, you had Shorty come down for the Sweetest Day, and like, I told this nigga I wanted to kick it and go on a date, and ooh, I'm like, who is this nigga? And she gave me some bland version about who the nigga was. Didn't tell me that they had a whole situation. Fast forward, I was a super hurt. This is my first heartbreak in life, right? So I'm like, it's like this codependency thing of like, this is what happened when we finna get to some whole other psychological shit, right? I feel like this though. When you like violate somebody like that, like whether you cheat on them, whether you whatever the case may be.
Not you laughing at a black man's pain over there.
Right.
Violation.
Hey, she did. She violated the situation.
She violated your heart, man.
She violated me.
She violated your heart, man.
She violated me. So look.
This nigga is dying over there. I wish y'all could see this shit.
So look, when she violated the situation,
Stop
bro.
laughing at
He can't get
him.
it back right. He can't get back right.
So
She did though. She violated him emotionally.
Fact. So when I feel like when somebody do that, like, it kind of takes some of your self-worth, right? You start to question yourself. Like, damn, like, what's wrong with me that this person did, whatever the case may be. But so the easiest way to get the self-worth back is through that person, to get validated by that person again. Like, for them to kind of prove to you something. The hard way to get it back is to be by yourself and build yourself back up. That's hard. You know what I'm saying? But to get this person to say, "No, my bad, I do," and make it up to you in some way, now that makes you feel better. That's the easy route. And I feel like that's why people, it seems like the worse they get hurt, the more likely they are to stay in a situation, right? So I kept trying to fuck with her. And we start, like, when school got back in, we got back to kicking it. We were spending every day together again. But she like, well, I go with dude now. Like, that's my nigga. But the nigga was in, the crazy part about it was the nigga lived in Chicago. Like, he wasn't even at school with us, right? So now we back kicking it. We fucking every day. We together every day. But she like, this is my boyfriend though. Like, this nigga never called her when I was around. You ever got a dope, TJ? This nigga never called her when I was around. None of that.
She had him blocked when she was with your ass.
I don't even know if that was a thing
or
back then.
Something. How the fuck that's her whole man and he ain't never hitting her up and y'all together every day?
Bro, I don't
that's
know.
so fishy.
She had his name saved under somebody
under
else.
something, baby. Because
I'm saying she wasn't even on the phone like that. Like,
it was definitely
well, we together. Like, we
blocked,
together. Like, you know what I'm saying? So whatever the case was,
Wow.
damn, she
fast forward. The shit went just all the way south a lot. That's shorty who I was stalking, right? Because remember, so later on,
so she was fucking with somebody else at the school.
No. Remember, I told you at some point. So this shit kind of went on like back and forth. We kind of got into it, fell off, got back cool, whatever the case may be. So at some point we was talking, and she was like, "Oh, my sister just bought me a car in Chicago. I've never drove. Like, this is my first car. I never drove 5 hours by myself before, so I need somebody to drive back with me." So I was like, she didn't ask me at first though, but I think I was like, I gotta work that day, whatever like that. So she come back like, well, dude gonna come. Like, dude gonna drive back with me. And I'm like, how? Like, where the fuck he gonna stay at when he get here? She like, oh, well, he just gonna like drive back and then stay at my crib till the next train come and go back type shit. And I'm like, it was a lot of other shit that went on before that. Well, she had like another previous ex that came down and popped up at her crib. And she
had a lot going on.
But when the other nigga came down and popped up, she came to stay at my crib and was just like left the nigga at her crib. She was like, I ain't want to have a nigga on the street, but I'm just finna stay at your crib. Right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Woo. So I was like, just do that. She's just like, nah, right? So that's what a whole, like, I met shorty who I could see her door from the other shorty room, and I started smashing her so I could like stay up and watch her and shit like that. Anyway. That's a different story. That's on one of the old story times.
Do with that what you will, because you heard it here first and probably will never hear no shit like that again.
Yeah, it was wild.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's crazy because shorty that
I was. So I can see out your window.
Yeah, and
so I can see this other bitch.
Yeah. It was
Imagine
crazy.
that.
That's some other
piped.
shit.
The shit's actually good.
I ain't never heard of no shit.
And the nigga behind you like.
No, I was waiting until she fell asleep. But anyway.
Okay, well, at least some form of respect.
Yeah. It was cool.
Lord Jesus.
So, we ain't going there. Well, it was actually a chick who he was smashing too. Like, he smashed her earlier in life.
Y'all love that.
Anyway,
Sharon.
Basically,
love that.
Later in life, when we talked about it, she was basically saying that the day that we met on my birthday, her boyfriend of 6 years called her, but it was a girl on the phone, and the girl told him to break up with her. The girl was basically like, hey, tell her you don't want to be with her no more. Tell her you with me now. Tell her this, that. And he said all the shit. He did it, right? And this was like on my birthday. This is the day that we met. So she just went through this whole, like, she crying all day. Her boyfriend just called her with another chick on the phone. Went crazy on her and all that. And her friends convinced her, like, oh, you should go out with this dude want to talk to you. You should go out with him. So
you
fast
was
forward.
Crossfire.
Right. So fast forward, when she told me about the situation with dude she was dating and all that, the nigga in question with the whole situation, she was like, I was fucking with him because my ex was jealous of him specifically. Like, my ex was always worried about me. Like, because the nigga always liked me. My ex used to always be like worried about me talking to him. So
the ex that popped up was worried about the nigga that she was with.
The ex that shitted on her, who did the bogus shit,
yeah,
she was jealous of the dude that she was fucking with while she was fucking with me. So she was like, I was fucking with dude to get back at him. It just happened to be at your expense because I was talking to you at the time. You know what I'm saying?
She did a very lot.
She did.
I done lost count.
That was a lot. That was too much. Too many people caught in the crossfires when really just chill and heal. girl.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Jesus, okay.
But that was my first heartbreak. It was crazy, man.
Well, that was definitely.
Now you see why I am how I am now?
No. So moving on. Yeah, that was. I'm sorry that happened. Yeah, but I mean, at least you was. I don't know. Like my first heartbreak happened around that age too. So.
Around 21.
Yeah.
You want to tell your story?
20.
Surviving.
21. I was 21.
21. Okay.
Yeah. Surviving your first relationship.
Surviving your first relationship, man. But. You know, all of these different experiences help us grow.
Absolutely.
Through life 100%. And things like that. And how did your experiences with you say all yours is romantic. You say you experienced everything.
I feel like, yeah.
So you just like the love guru. Because you got all the experiences. You played every side of the shit. So how did that...
No, I'm not a guru.
How do you feel like those experiences helped you? Or do you feel like they helped you on Love is Blind?
Wow. I mean, I would say definitely all the relationships that I've had have helped me like mold it into like basically what I can offer now in my current relationship, and like right. I know what I don't like and what I like and what I should have, etc. But as far as Love is Blind, I mean, that show like it just pushed me to be super vulnerable, like really open, which is something that takes time for me. But yeah, that's for the most part.
So you're with the guy from Love is Blind now?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry for asking.
Why not? What happened?
Look, I'm like, sorry. I had to ask though. I mean, I don't know. I don't watch it. So I'm like, okay. But that's not here with. Okay, so that didn't work out.
I mean, I made a connection that wasn't shown.
Okay.
And he did want to pursue a relationship, but it was just too much going on, like the way, that I left the show.
Right.
And so when I went home, I was just like, no, I'm good.
So he did say he did want to pursue a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So on that show, you get married once y'all get to that certain point, right? Or you get engaged once y'all get to that certain point, correct?
So you like talking through the pods, and then like they have like a certain day where like they decide, like a couple decides that they want to get married. Somebody proposes, and then like you get to see the person after y'all decide y'all engaged. But I didn't get to that point.
Right. So you like Chris Paul, you was like this close to a ring, like this close.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm just saying, like, no, but okay. So let's talk about like how you left and what happened with that. You know what I'm saying? Because you was making your connection, and it seemed like that's what the show is all about. But
I mean, if I knew, I would tell you. I don't really know why I was sent home. Like I said before, like they had an agenda that they wanted to follow, and I wasn't a part of it.
Okay.
Which is, I'm cool with it now. But yeah, I think, I was just there to like, really meet like the diversity of the show.
Don't you just hate that?
So yeah.
Okay, so it seemed like they've been catching a lot of smoke about that. Jessie Woo.
I can't believe she did that.
Okay, you're right.
I can't believe she did that.
What's the background on Jessie Woo? Because that was my first time.
I actually don't know. Like,
right.
I wasn't following her until then. But when she did that, I'm like, wow. Like, I got so many messages with that video, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like,
she was basically saying that she felt like they used the colored girl, for colored girls. They used the black people.
You're going to get flagged on fucking Facebook. Talking about for colored girls.
They used the black people, male and female, to kind of promote the show, and didn't. At least that's what the claims are. That's what Jessie was saying, and it seemed like it's a lot of people have been saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of people are disappointed that. I think the way people are really disappointed because like they did it different this season, where they revealed every cast member one by one. So of course, like fans, they're gonna like decide, oh, I want to see this person. I want to see what they like, And a lot of people wanted to see, the people of color. Like they were excited, and then when they didn't get that, they like, what's going on?
Right.
Yeah, facts.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They was hating.
Definitely.
They was hating, man. They was tripping. So yeah, man. I think that all in all, the big takeaways from this show is that even though it takes intimacy, passion, and commitment, to make consummate love, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna last. And I think that's the biggest like takeaway, the most disappointing thing is that you have to like continue to work. Like even if you get to that point of like the love being what we consider perfect, this dream thing, you got to work to maintain that. It's not something that's just like you hit the top of the mountain and you just stay there. And that's difficult. Like that's difficult for me to accept. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, damn, I thought you was working to get there. I didn't know you had to work to
get there, and then you gotta
I think it makes sense though.
Yeah,
it do make sense when they said it, but it's just, I guess I was in fairy tale land too. Shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
It makes sense.
That's really what it be, being in fairy tale land, man, and how you goddamn
Singing the weekend on the couch. Man.
upside down. Upside down. Like,
damn, Terry.
Y'all bogus as hell.
damn, Terry.
You got cam corners for us or no?
I don't have a Cam's Corner today.
Okay, cool.
I don't think we
cool.
need one. I mean,
I don't think we need one either.
No, right? It seems pretty straightforward. I mean, you covered all the bases, especially in regards to what you just said. If I did have Cam's Corner, that's probably what I would have just said.
Yeah.
Just letting people know, like, if you're looking for consummate love, like, just know that you're going to put in some fucking work. And that's just it. I just feel like in regards to, this is a great chart to learn because I think that it can keep you from getting your feelings misinvolved.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Got you. All right, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shout out to everybody that's listening on all of the streaming apps, on all of, every single platform. And we are on Amazon and Audible as well. So if you got Amazon Music, you got Audible, you got Amazon Prime.
Who would have thought?
You get to see more of us, right?
Who would have thought?
And that's the whole goal in life,
up.
is to see more of us.
Yes.
So we appreciate y'all, yo.